Hi, my name is Pete Viveen with Alpine Shredders. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about task versus technology. I'll probably do about 6 blogs on task versus technology. So to cut to the chase, what do I mean by that? Basically out there's a lot of technologies and a lot of tasks we have to do, and we need to match the best technology to the task being done. So for example, we've got 2 calipers here, 2 verniers, both do the same job. In my case, I need a vernier that sits in my desk for 5 years, or 5 minutes, or 5 days. When I take it out of the desk, it has to work. And it does, always. A little harder to read than, say, this one, which is digital. Now, this one has a great use as well, however, not in my application. If the battery runs out, I gotta run to the store and go get a battery, because I don't have one laying around. But let's say I hired somebody to measure blocks of steel all day long and they had to write down each dimension. This one's easy to read, it's quick for the operator to read the number, works great, keep a battery on hand. So again, matching the technology to the task, and in my case, this technology and the task I use it for is better for this application. So let's go look at some of the parts of our shred trucks and see why Alpine selects certain technologies for certain tasks. Primarily, there are 2 technologies used in shredding today: solid shaft system and a segmented shaft system. Individual components on the segmented, one solid piece on the solid shaft system. So the solid shaft system is made of 1 bar of steel that's machined to the cutter shapes. The big difference: you can put more torque into this cutting chamber than you could into a cutting chamber with segmented knives. And the reason is the shaft diameter is reduced because of the segmented pieces. So with more torque, we can be a little more aggressive on hooks. As you can see, the hooks are really exposed. The reason they're exposed is 1/2 inch behind the hook, it's tapered off and gets down to a smaller diameter immediately. Where on a segmented shaft, typically that taper falls all the way to the next hook. What that does is sort of hide the hook. It's not as exposed as much, as you can see. So over time, as that gets dull, paper doesn't get pulled in. It relies on that sharp edge. So then the knives become worn and have to be replaced sooner. Over here, if the tip gets worn, paper still falls in there and it still runs efficiently. So in a nutshell, higher torque, more aggressive, lower torque, you have to hide the hooks, a little more sensitive to wear. That's it for now. Hopefully you join me on some of my future blogs.